Talkopolis, the social media TV network for your city.
Hi guys, Kane Harrison here. Welcome to Nashville's Health and Wellness Program. I'm joined by Michael Ramsey, Director at PAI Medical Group and also WeGrowHair.com. We're going to talk about PRP today, which is just one of the fantastic procedures that you guys have on offer. Explain to the people at home what that actually is and stands for.
Sure, Kane. PRP stands for Platelet Rich Plasma, and it's a way to help men and women dealing with early onset hair loss. So what we do in that particular case is we draw a certain amount of blood from the patient. We draw off the red blood cells and white blood cells, and it leaves the platelets in the plasma. And this is a life-giving part of blood. This is what helps you heal. So if you scrape your arm or your hand, what helps you heal is the platelets in the plasma. So what we're doing is we're spitting that off and concentrating the platelets and the plasma together, and it has a regenerative quality. It helps with hair cell repair, hair cell metabolism, skin cell metabolism, skin cell repair. So we're injecting the sites where the patient's thinning, where these hairs are beginning to miniaturize.
Now let's hang on a second and back up, because sure. I bet the people at home are thinking, if we're talking about hair, rejuvenation and things like that, people automatically go to the old style hair plugs, and in they go. I look like I'm wearing a hair hat and all those things. Now this is incredible technology that's just new and that you guys have.
Yes, so PRP, we're the only ones in Tennessee that I'm aware of that offer this technology. It also helps with transplant patients, so it helps them heal more quickly. It helps patients that are just beginning to thin. So it has a couple of great applications that we use in our practice, just depending on what the patient's looking for. One of the things I'm most proud of is that when a patient comes to see us, we have a menu of services to help them with their hair restoration needs. So we don't just offer one thing and we try to pigeonhole everyone into that one thing, because that's not always the best choice for them. Right. And PRP is one of those sort of niche things that helps a certain amount of people with early onset hair loss.
Now I know we talked off camera a little bit before, but talking about your different services and when you look at what is needed for a particular individual, you guys also obviously look at financially, what is someone going to be up against here, and also time effectiveness. We all have very busy schedules, yes. And I know PRP, just talk about how that actually works, because sure. Someone doesn't have to be at your office every Friday at 3 o'clock to participate. Right,
so PRP is really great for the patients that are super busy, much like yourself. People that live out of the market, they can't get into Nashville regularly for laser therapy, which is a more clinic intensive type of approach. So the PRP is done typically, and then before we do the PRP, we measure the area. Mm-hmm. So we do microscopic analysis of the hair, the number of hairs in the area, the quality and condition of the hair. So we start out with a baseline of what their hair is at that point. Then we administer the PRP. We have them come back about 8 months later to assess their progress. And in certain cases, a patient will have an improvement, but they want to continue. And so you can do another PRP therapy treatment, and you can do this several times until they can get to the outcome they want. Sometimes the patient reaches their outcome and they're fine, they don't need anything else. At other times, the patient will go, hey, this is great, I would like a little bit more hair. Mm-hmm. I know we've sort of reached the limits of what PRP can do. Can we do a hair transplant to make this area just slightly thicker? And since we offer several types of hair transplant options, we can make sure that we get the right fit for that as well.
Now, also there's a lot of people out there now with this big movement towards, using natural resources in medicine and things like that. Now, this is a product that actually comes from your own body.
Precisely. So we're just taking, as I mentioned, the part of the blood that actually heals and regenerates, and you're taking nothing more natural than your own blood,
yeah, exactly.
And applying it to the area where the person's thinning.
Now they've used this procedure, again we're talking off camera, but it's very interesting, in rejuvenation of other areas, and that's perhaps where it come from, burns and things
yes.
like that.
Yes, so, precisely. So PRP was used to help patients heal more quickly. Certain patients with autoimmune deficiencies or diseases, older patients, diabetics, people that struggle to heal normally anyway, this accelerates that. Mm-hmm. So some of the things that we sort of found out by accident is it also helps with hair cells that have been damaged because of the burn or abrasion or whatever, and it helps bring those back. So yeah, this is one of the services that we offer for patients.
It's fantastic, and Michael Ramsey and his brilliant staff out there in Brentwood have a number of services that they can offer people, both men and women, of course. Fantastic facilities out there and very welcoming. And you can find them at WeGrowHair.com, and we thank you again, Michael, for coming in and spending time with us. And we'll see you again on Nashville Health and Wellness.